Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating clash of perspectives, the grounded, evidence-based logic of Joe Rogan pitted against the absolutely wild, surreal imagination of Harland Williams. What we're doing here is taking their multi-hour, deeply philosophical and frankly hilarious conversation and distilling it to see exactly what their debate can teach us about reality, evolution, and artificial intelligence. To kick things off, let's ask the massive existential question that basically sets the stage for their entire dialogue. Are we living in a programmed reality, or is all of this just biological evolution? I mean, think about it. Whether we're operating inside a literal technological construct built by some advanced civilization, or we're just navigating the deeply ingrained programming of our own genetics and social structures, this question really highlights our constant, burning desire to understand our place in the cosmos.
And we're going to explore these massive concepts through a pretty brilliant odd couple dynamic. On one hand, you have Harland bringing this thesis of surreal humor and boundary-pushing imagination. He's the guy throwing out these wild, mind-bending hypothetical scenarios, like imagining if the entire universe is just a marble in some alien's pocket. And acting as the antithesis, you have Joe, who immediately reels those wild ideas back in and grounds them with scientific evidence and historical context. It's this exact push and pull between surreal unpredictability and grounded logic that makes their intellectual dialogue so incredibly balanced and engaging.
Okay, Section 1. AI democratizes artistic creativity, the core debate. Let's just zoom right into the heart of their discussion, which is the explosive rise of artificial intelligence and what it actually means for human creativity today. This right here is the absolute crucial point they tackle. Right now, there's just an unbelievable amount of both anxiety and excitement surrounding modern AI software. We are literally watching a complete transformation of the creative landscape unfold in real time. And the fundamental question staring back at all of us is, will this technology be a tool for unprecedented human empowerment, or is it a force that's going to eventually replace the human creator entirely?
So what we're really talking about is the democratization of creativity. This is a massive, game-changing shift. It means the traditional gatekeepers are rapidly losing their power. Historically, if you wanted to produce a high-quality animated film, generate realistic visual effects, or compose complex digital music, you needed massive financial backing and expensive professional studios. But today, completely accessible AI tools allow a kid in their bedroom to generate that exact same high-quality art, edit the video, and write the script right on a laptop in a matter of minutes. The barriers to entry haven't just been lowered, they've completely collapsed.
And you can really see how their opposing viewpoints tackle this. Harland looks at these AI tools and basically sees a utopia for independent artists. His focus is entirely on how it frees up imagination and storytelling, allowing anyone's craziest, most ambitious ideas to come to life without needing a Hollywood budget. Joe, on the other hand, grounds us right back in the friction of economic reality. He totally agrees that AI is transformative, but he points directly to the very real threat of automation. Yes, AI creates incredible opportunities, but we can't deny it's going to displace certain jobs traditionally done by humans. Think copywriters, graphic designers, or entry-level coders. But the synthesis of their debate on this is crystal clear. Technological revolutions often reward adaptation. Today's creators must learn how to integrate AI into their work. Basically, success in the future isn't just going to depend on your raw technical skills anymore. If a machine can do the heavy lifting for you, your success will rely entirely on your imagination, your storytelling chops, and your ability to direct these new tools. Just like previous generations had to adapt to the internet, modern creators absolutely have to adapt to AI. If you ignore this wave, you're for sure risking getting left behind. Moving right along to Section 2, humanity's place in nature, from microchips to biology. Let's transition from the rapid rise of our technology to the rapid expansion of humanity itself.
So, are humans a destructive force pushing ecosystems beyond limits, or simply an extension of natural evolutionary processes? This represents a major shift in their conversation. Harland carries a heavy worry about ecological destruction, habitat loss, and species extinction. He brings up this very real, very relatable anxiety that humanity might actually be functioning as a destructive anomaly on the planet, almost like a virus actively pushing our ecosystems beyond sustainable limits. It's a viewpoint heavily centered on the real-world cost of our rapid progress.
But Joe provides this fascinating counter-perspective. He argues that, fundamentally, humans are a product of nature, not some alien force operating outside of it.
From his viewpoint, human innovation and technological development emerged through the exact same natural evolutionary mechanisms that produced every other form of life. It's like a beaver builds a dam, humans build skyscrapers, it's all just nature acting out its evolutionary course. Though, importantly, he absolutely acknowledges that we still desperately need to balance this progress with long-term sustainability and the consequences of our actions. And this debate perfectly sets up their mutual fascination with our origins. Specifically, they dive into one of the greatest mysteries in all of science, the rapid cognitive expansion of the ancient human brain. This massive transformation is theorized to be driven by a mix of things. You've got harsh environmental pressures forcing adaptation, sudden dietary shifts like discovering how to cook meat, which unlocked massive new energy sources for the brain, along with the demands of increasing social complexity, and of course, random favorable genetic mutations taking hold.
But what really captures both of their attention is the fact that the science regarding this massive evolutionary leap is nowhere near settled. They point to the Denisovans, for instance. That's an extinct species of archaic human that we barely even knew existed just a few decades ago. Fossils and genetic evidence are continually reshaping our understanding of history. Both Harland and Joe agree that what we consider absolute scientific consensus today could so easily be rewritten tomorrow as new evidence is unearthed. Science isn't just a static textbook. It's a living, breathing, and wildly exciting process.
All right, Section 3, the ethics of innovation, learning from dark chapters. Because as we all know, evolution and scientific progress certainly don't happen without some serious friction.
Joe emphasizes something absolutely crucial here. He points back to ethically questionable experiments conducted by early 20th century scientists, things like unauthorized medical testing or psychological manipulation without any consent. These dark chapters are proof that scientific progress does not automatically equal ethical wisdom. Historically, researchers have crossed some terrible, terrifying boundaries just to see what happens. And studying these historical mistakes isn't just a history lesson, it is absolutely vital for establishing everyday guardrails for the explosive technologies we are building right now. Whether it's AI, bioengineering, or genetic manipulation, we have to find a way to balance that raw scientific ambition with a deep respect for human dignity.
Which brings us to Section 4, Digital Economies and Social Norms, the Modern Frontier. This deep need for ethical reflection ties directly into how rapidly our digital economies are completely reshaping modern society right now.
We are living through a massive, unprecedented digital dilemma. On one hand, the opportunities are unbelievable. The rise of subscription-based platforms means individuals can monetize their personal brands, bypass traditional institutions entirely, and achieve genuine financial independence. But on the flip side, this new economy introduces some really heavy challenges. It is rapidly warping our societal attitudes on privacy, relationships, and self-worth. The extreme competition and the complete blurring of personal and professional boundaries are having huge, measurable impacts on mental health. It's a brand new world out there, and the rules are literally still being written.
Finally, Section 5, the power of balanced dialogue, navigating an uncertain future. Zooming back out from these specific debates, let's look at what the dynamic between these two fundamentally teaches us. The core takeaway of this entire breakdown is found right here in the synthesis of Rogan and Williams. When you combine Harland's imaginative, boundary-pushing humor with Joe's grounded, historical logic, you essentially get a blueprint for modern survival. Uncertainty in a rapidly changing world shouldn't be feared, it should be explored. Clinging to rigid beliefs is only going to hinder your ability to adapt to massive new paradigms like AI. What their dialogue ultimately proves is that curiosity, adaptability, and open-mindedness aren't just nice little traits to have, they are absolutely essential survival traits for the 21st century. So, as AI democratizes creativity and rapidly shifts our evolutionary path, how will you adapt your own skills and mindset to navigate this uncertain future? I really want to leave you with that final thought to chew on regarding your own role in our rapidly evolving reality. We are standing right at the intersection of biological history and an explosive technological revolution. The tools to create, to build, and to redefine the world are literally sitting right at your fingertips. The only question left is, how are you going to adapt? Thanks so much for joining me for this breakdown. Stay curious, stay adaptable, and I'll catch you next time.